So most people know the drill by now, but for those that are here in person, feel free to put up your hands, ask questions, and just give me a moment because I'll repeat the question into the microphone so our guests online can hear as well. And for those of you who are joining us online, we are monitoring the chat and we will make sure that Peter gets your questions. So feel free to digitally report in and engage with us. And without further ado, thank you very much.
Thank you, Sabrina. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Yeah, this online thing is pretty exciting. If you are a member for the Napa Valley Wine Academy, the membership entitles you to watch all these webinars for free. I watched Gus's webinar, was that last week? Yeah, on Italian varieties, and it was almost like being here, although I did miss the wines. And then next week, we've got a Master of Wine. I think it's on Tuesday that is going to be doing how to approach a blind tasting, which will be pretty exciting too. So lots of good stuff going on there. But today we are here for Sauvignon Blanc. And one of the things that's great about Sauvignon Blanc is that it tastes like bobsledding down a field of wildflowers. That's one of the best things about Sauvignon Blanc. It is so distinctive. It's the grape variety that's the answer to consumers today who love fresh, vibrant flavors. And it also goes well with lots of fresh foods that people are apt to consume these days. It doesn't age well generally, but there are some really good examples that can age for decades. In particular, I'm thinking of places like Bordeaux, where they make the wines with some oak influence, and they can age surprisingly well. It's a grape that has a lot of nerve. We'll talk about it, but that nerve is from its bracing acidity. It has high natural acidity. And that allows it to be grown in many different climates around the world, in cool climates and warm climates, because the acidity will always keep the wine vibrant and fresh. It's also a grape that, because of that zesty acidity, it blends extremely well with a softer Semillon. And you see many parts of the world that blend Sauvignon Blanc with Semillon, which tends to be a little bit rounder and richer, and that makes a nice, contrasting, beautiful blend. So our agenda for today, we're going to talk about a little history of Sauvignon Blanc. We'll briefly go over some growing and winemaking, but the focus is going to be talking about 10 different regions and tasting 10 delicious wines. Actually, 11 delicious wines, because I have a mystery wine that we will taste as well. So there will be one lovely mystery wine at the end. And the 10 wines that we are going to start with, 5 are from the so-called Old World, and 5 are from the New World. So that'll be a nice way to compare and contrast these wines. The other thing, and I can give you prices as we go through, but the other interesting thing about these wines tonight is that they're relatively inexpensive. Sauvignon Blanc, love it or not, it's a grape that often doesn't get enough respect. Rodney Dangerfield probably loved this. It doesn't get enough respect. But it's a grape that does extremely well and can be really affordable. So I think we got to get the elephant out of the room. It is 4:20. You have chosen to be here today. Obviously, your other plans went up in smoke. No pun intended. And you're also here and missing the Warriors basketball game. So I admire you for being here and thank you for being here. But it is you can smoke weed or you can drink weed. I mean, Sauvignon Blanc has a weedy-like character. So I think it's appropriate that today is a masterclass in Sauvignon Blanc. A little bit about the history. It's probably from Loire Valley. This is the latest research. And in the book of wine grapes that was written by Jancis Robinson and a grape ampliographer, they think it's from the Loire region. Some evidence, though, does show that maybe it came from Germany. But that, again, it's really nothing has been definitively proven. What is known is that it is one of its parents is the Sauvignon grape that is known in the Jura region to make the lovely wines with a little bit of floral character. And it's also related to Chenin Blanc. It's also genetically close to Semillon as well. So not only a great blending partner, but related in its heritage. The name Sauvignon comes from the word savage and vigne, meaning savage wild, and vigne, meaning vine. And it really is a vigorous grape, which is part of its wild character. And also the shape of its leaves are similar to wild grapevines. So that's probably how it got its name, either from the vigorous growing conditions or the shape of the leaf.